Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. As many of you probably are unaware, I'm a licensed naturopathic physician. The initials after my name are ND. And in order to become a naturopathic physician in the United States, you need to do a lot. 4 years pre-med, 4 years naturopathic medical school, pass national boards, pass state boards, do continuing education credit, hold a license to practice naturopathic medicine. Naturopathic medicine is full-blown primary care medicine in 25 states, 24 states plus the U.S. Virgin Islands in the United States. And the naturopathic medical profession literally wrote the book on medical nutrition and its importance. And this is the greatest secret, in my opinion, in the 21st century, because your medical doctor may be the nicest person God ever created, but your medical doctor doesn't know what's best for you. Your medical doctor only knows what they've been trained in. And when push comes to shove, they've only been trained in drugs and surgery, which are great for certain things, but your medical doctor knows little or nothing about science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition, and it is a big deal. I've been doing this for 29 years. And as God is my witness, in my opinion, which is a good opinion, the majority of human suffering regarding health conditions is because of nutrient deficiencies. There's not enough stuff in the body, and we're eating consistently the wrong foods all of the time, and these two things add up, and your body breaks down. And this is an important concept for you to understand. So let's take a stab at it, shall we? Now, like I said, I've been doing this for 29 years as a licensed naturopathic physician, and as God is my witness, the most effective nutritional supplements that you can get in over the counter are those developed by my colleague, Dr. Joel Wallach, and his company, the Longevity Corporation. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a member of Longevity. I make no money from Longevity. I took an oath in 1991 to help to educate people, to end human suffering, to chip away at this rock of human suffering. And that's why I'm here today promoting Eiffel Health, which is my preferred longevity distributor. If you're smart enough to know that your body needs medical nutrition, then you should also be smart enough to know that not all nutritional supplements are created equally. So my advice, head over to eiffelhealth.com, pick and choose from their nutritional supplements, and get your body into the game of healing. But let me explain why. Because there's a reason for everything. Now, somebody has to be number one, right? Somebody has to win the gold medal. Somebody has to win first place. I know in politically correct 21st century America, this is not such a good concept, but nonetheless, it's true. Somebody has to be number one. Well, after 29 years of clinical experience, I'm here to tell you it's longevity as far as nutritional supplements go, and here is why. Longevity's nutritional supplements are founded on a remarkable research project that Dr. Wallach was in charge of, and it started because of the Minamata disaster in Japan in the 50s. There was a chemical plant, and they dumped mercury into Minamata River. It flowed into Minamata Bay, and all of the fish got poisoned with mercury. All of the villagers ate the fish. All of the villagers became toxic, mercury toxicity poisoning. Many died. Everybody got sick. And 9 months later, everybody born in Minamata was like Frankenstein. 3 arms, half a brain, 1 eye. It was bad. Now, the scientific community figured out pretty quick that it was mercury toxicity that did this, so they thought to themselves, oh my God, look, if mercury can do this, what about all the other stuff we're pumping into the environment? We need to figure out how bad this is. So, who did they tap to figure it out? Dr. Joel Wallach. So, over the course of 12 years, from 71 to 83, to the tune of $25 million. That's in 1970s money. 26,000 autopsies and millions of blood chemistries and histopathologies later, Dr. Wallach published his research, the result of this investigation. By the way, it's in the Smithsonian Institution now. It's considered a national treasure. And it's compelling because, remember, they were looking for the net negative effects of environmental pollution on the health of humans and animals. Well, they found out, interestingly enough, that minimal amounts of environmental pollution were non-starters, that they had very little negative effect on the health of human beings or animals. But if it was a big exposure, like Minamata, like Chernobyl, then that was a game changer. But normal day-to-day amounts of bad stuff in the air, bad stuff in the water, bad stuff in the food, organisms could handle that. The biological systems could handle that. But interestingly enough, they stumbled across something that they were not aware of and what they were not looking for, which makes the research all the more compelling. They discovered that there were 90 nutrients that the human body needed in order to function the way that nature and God intended it to. Here's the breakdown. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids for a grand total of 90. Now, if the human body does not have these, then something starts to break. And these nutrients are considered essential. An essential nutrient means that your body needs it, but it cannot make it. It has to go down the hatch. It must be imported. There are 90 of them that your body needs in order not to fix itself, but just to function the way that nature and God intended it. If it needs to fix itself, guess what? It needs more. That's just common sense. This, by the way, is why in Longevity Nation you will see the phrase 90 for life. That's what this is in reference to. The 90 essential nutrients essential for life. But oh, Dr. Glidden, Dr. Oz told me that I could get all the nutrients I need just from eating food. Well, Dr. Oz is wrong. If you would like medical advice about open heart surgery, about suture material, about the best heart-lung machine, about the best anesthetics, then you should talk to Dr. Oz because that's his wheelhouse. He's a medical doctor, a heart specialist. For goodness sakes, going to a medical doctor, an MD, with a question about nutrition, well, that's just silly. If you believe that you can get all of the nutrients that your body needs to function the way that nature and God intended it, you probably believe in the Easter Bunny as well. Here's the deal. It's impossible for you to get all of the nutrients your body needs just from eating food. It's not difficult. It's not tricky. It's impossible. You cannot do it, and here's why. You can do rudimentary math, right? The lion's share of the 90 essential nutrients are minerals. 60 out of 90, that's 2/3, that's 66%. 2/3 of your body's essential nutrient needs are minerals. But guess what? Animals can't make minerals. Plants can't make minerals. For goodness sakes, if plants could make minerals, we could bioengineer lettuce to make gold. We'd all be rich. The only way that minerals get into the food supply is if the vegetables and the fruits that are growing in soil that has minerals in it. And the minerals get absorbed by the plant, and then we eat the plant, or the animal eats the plant, and we eat the animal. That's the only way that minerals get into the food supply. Sometimes they wash out of the soil into the water, and we drink the water, but that's a very small vector. But look, the minerals have to be there in the first place, right? They're not. Here's a map of selenium deposits in the United States. Selenium is one of the 60 essential minerals. Very important for cancer protection. Very important for cancer protection. Very important for eye health. Very important for liver health. Selenium is a very important trace mineral. Now, in this map, if it's red, there's a lot of selenium. If it's yellow and green and blue, less and less. If it's gray, less and less. If it's white, there isn't any whatsoever. So if you're a health nut good for you. But if you're eating vegetables and fruits grown in soil here, you got lucky. There's a lot of selenium in that food. But if it's grown here, if it's grown here, if it's grown here, or if it's grown here or here, you're not so lucky. Because if there's no selenium in the soil, there's no selenium in your food. Oh, but Dr. Glidden, Dr. Oz says I can get all the selenium I need from Brazil nuts. Well, the Brazil nut tree does concentrate selenium to a remarkable degree, but the selenium has to be in the soil that the tree is growing in. Get it? Got it? Good. Now remember, this map is one map of one mineral. There are 59 other maps. There's no place that we've found yet in the topsoil where all 60 minerals exist. And parenthetically, because of the overuse of pesticides and herbicides in agricultural farming now, guess what? Even if there are a handful of minerals in the soil, the pesticides prohibit the plant from absorbing them efficiently. So the more pesticides, the more herbicides, the less minerals that are even there can get into the plant, which means that over time, your body, your food has become less and less and less and less and less and less replete with minerals, which are 2/3, 66% of your body's nutrient needs. If this tank represented your body's nutritional tank, in order for your body to function the way that nature and God intended it to, it needs to be topped off every day with all 90 nutrients. All 90. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids are what your body needs just to work. But because of the situation that I just explained, it is impossible for your body to have everything that it needs unless you're supplementing, and supplementing with the right stuff. Very few people are. So, your body has been nutritionally deficient your entire life. Your tank, if you're lucky, your tank is maybe half full, if you're lucky. But then you experience the stress of life. Viral stress, bacterial stress, emotional stress, financial stress, weather, aging, etc., etc., etc. Life is a great big bowl of stress. You experience stress, it burns through your nutrients. Now things start to break. So, you develop high blood pressure, you develop arthritis, you develop high blood sugar, you develop insomnia, you develop depression, you develop lack of energy, you develop this, you develop that, and you develop the other thing. And then you go to a medical doctor, bless their heart, but they don't know anything about medical nutrition, and they give you a drug which manages the problem. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Well, no. Thank God for Novocaine. You can't fix a nutritional deficiency with a drug. You get it? For goodness sakes, we go from this to this in what? 70 years? We have the genetic potential to live to be 120 years of age. Every time your cells divide and make a new copy of themselves, they lose a little bit of genetic information. It's like making a copy of a copy of a copy. You can only do that so many times until you can't see the original image. It's the same with your body. You can make it to 120 years if you do everything just right, if your body's nutrified. Your body's not nutrified. In the United States, we're 15th in the world. No, that's not true. 42nd, I believe, in the world. In any event, we're lucky if we make it to 82. In the last 10 years, last 20 years aren't that pretty, are they? We've got no hair, we've got no teeth, we're legally blind, we need 2 hearing aids. We've got 3 fused vertebrae in the back. We've got no gallbladder. We've got a pacemaker. We have 2 fake hips, 1 fake shoulder. We need a prescription medicine to fall asleep, a prescription medicine to wake up, a prescription medicine for the blood pressure, a prescription medicine for the arthritic pain, a prescription medicine for our blood sugar, the golden years. Oh, and I forgot, you need a couple of prescription medications to take care of the side effects of all those other prescription medications. This is what happens in a medical monopoly. You do not have access to my type of medicine. Most of you listening to this video don't even know how to pronounce naturopathy, let alone know what it is. And I bet you were surprised to understand that it's licensed primary care medicine, available for insurance reimbursement in almost half of the states in the United States. There's a tremendous amount of information that you are unaware of, and it's my job to help bring you up to speed. Now, in an informational webinar such as this, there's only so much I can say legally. And that's a subject for another time. But look, here's the deal. I'm a licensed naturopathic physician. I've been doing this for 29 years. You would think that after 29 years, I would get a clue. I did. I'm here to tell you that in order for your body to function optimally, in order for you to have a healthy brain and a healthy central nervous system, healthy blood sugar, healthy joints, healthy digestive tract, healthy this, healthy that, you need to be nutrified, and you cannot do it just by eating food. You can't do it. So you've all been walking around planet Earth since conception in undernutrified bodies, and your system got used to it and it's dealing with it. I encourage you to take the Dr. Glidden test for 90 days. Go to eiffelhealth.com and pick one of these packs. We have the anti-aging healthy pack, the healthy blood sugar pack, the healthy bone and joint pack, healthy brain and heart pack, healthy digestion pack, healthy weight loss pack. Pick a pack. Do it for 90 days. The good people at eiffelhealth.com will tell you how to take the supplements. Also tell you which foods are good and which foods are bad. That's important. A little bit of knowledge here goes a long, long, long way. And you know what? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. For goodness sakes, again, as God is my witness, you do not know what you're missing. Let your body show you what it can do with the proper medical nutrition. Go to eiffelhealth.com right now. Pick a pack. Try it for 90 days. And get your body into the game of healing, perhaps for the first time in your life. Thanks for your trust and your time. I am your steadfast advocate for health, Dr. Peter Glidden. See you around campus.